Welcome everybody to the Eric and Lynda live show. It is Tuesday, 6 o'clock, and it's about to go down. I'm Eric.
And I'm Lynda. Welcome to our show. We have another great show tonight. Stay tuned. We have a great game that's coming up because our pot done got bigger. It's like, what, $30? So you want us, play our numbers up game that's coming up? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Workvine 209. We're a co-working space, a remote space located out here in Tracy, California. We've been in this pivot like everybody else during COVID. 2019 hit, 2020. We started doing these live shows and met this wonderful producer named Shell T, and she helped us make it all better. And now we've incorporated commercials that she put together for clients, and we also have a promotion on that too. If you want to have a commercial on our show,
let us know.
Among other things, we started the numbers up game, so we kind of make it fun, but we're liking our new pivot.
And it's fun. It's exciting. There's some days where I feel like I don't want to do this show. But then after the show, man, it's like inspiring because we have some really great people who have been on our show and been able to share their stories and share their dreams, share their motivations, which has been really phenomenal. And, one of the things that we're seeing is that there's a lot of cross collaborations that are happening. So, when you guys watch our show, if you want to reach out to anyone on our show, they put their websites, their email, their contact information. If you want to reach out to them, reach out to them. Ask them questions. That's what this is all about. Them sharing their story, their experiences with you, for you to contact them so they can help you maybe reach some of your dreams, or maybe you can help them. Who knows? But
I know, because I reached out to some of our speakers and tapped into some of their services, and I met some great people. I've learned some stuff on this show. So we are hoping that you guys learn something, or, get in contact with these people because they're life-changing people.
Good evening, Juanita.
On our show.
And she's one of our favorite viewers, this lady right here. She's always there saying, good evening, hello. Like that. We like that. We like interaction. We like you guys to put in comments in the chat. If you have questions for, the people that we're interviewing, put them in there. We'll try to get to them and ask those questions for you.
You know what's funny is that's how you don't say it. Let's say that again. Like, I don't want to do the show. Say that's funny.
It is. I mean, it's work, but it's fun. It's entertaining. I mean, for us, it's become a passion, something that we really enjoy doing, really highlighting people around the country we've interviewed. And so, it's just been a blessing that we've been able to do it, and we have, the ability to share people's stories. He beat Big Bruce. He out there watching too. He be sending them, man. He be sending us some people like, man, you got to interview this. We go all the way back to the 80s.
Really? Like, is that high school or college? Because my 80s, I was.
No, we don't even go there right now. Middle school. No, that's, I don't know. We're really close in age.
No, we're not.
Somebody has a birthday coming up. But anyway, you know what? And, this weekend we went out of town. I think, we had our anniversary. It was a wonderful time. We went out, spent some time in Las Vegas, hung out with our kids too. We had a great time. And, being married for such a long time really takes work. And, my wife, she worked very hard in our marriage and with our children. She takes care of her mom. She does some wonderful things. And sometimes, we forget to say thanks, but I really appreciate her. everything that she's done. She actually had slapped me around a couple times to get me back on track because I was off the hook at one point in time. But, you know, that was just part of it, you know. But yeah, we had a great anniversary. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and we celebrated our youngest daughter, 21. She turned 21 in January, but she didn't really get to do anything. And so we celebrated her 21st birthday 6 months later in Las Vegas. Then we did her first, and then we did EJ. His birthday's coming up. His birthday's tomorrow, actually. He's gonna be 25, and we celebrated his birthday, Eric's birthday, our anniversary. It was just a great celebration. Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, Vegas is hot. Don't go to Vegas.
Very hot. It rained though. It was like storming when we were out there. Really weird weather.
Yeah, it did. But anyways,
let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
You want to take a commercial break?
Yeah. Well, you know, like I was saying, when I was talking about marriage, you know, I really meant that sometimes people, you know, think that, you know, marriage is supposed to just be easy and that, you know, you're supposed to just be married and get along all the time. And so there's always some obstacles. There's always challenges, but you really have to work on it. It's just like anything. If you want to become good at it, you got to work on it, right? And so if it means getting some counseling, if it means getting some coaching, if it means, you know, talking to someone else who's been married for a long time, do it. You know, when I got married and I said, you know, for better or for worse, man, I meant it. And I know my wife meant it. And so, you know, do we still have challenges and obstacles? Of course we do. You know, but how do we overcome them? You know, sometimes, you know, I got to leave and go pray and be like, I don't know what to do, but I need your help. And so, you know, sometimes we have to just realize, like, you know, it takes work. And, you know, I know there's some situations where you got to get out, but, you know, in a lot of cases, try to figure out ways to work on it, do better, you know, work harder. Right. We
have the same prayer because I be praying the same thing. Lord, help him. He needs help. So we're on the same page. You know, when two or more come in agreement, he's in the midst of us, right?
Yeah, so it is work. Yeah.
It's work. That's one of our counselors right there.
Work with it.
She's one of our therapists.
It's worth it. For sure. For sure. Thanks for the anniversary wishes. Yeah, but now anyway, let's get back on the show. We went through this little counseling session, but yeah, we got a great guest going to be coming up. Just FYI, remember, numbers up gang. Man, it is at $30 today.
Yes.
Pick a number between 1 and 50. The closest number without going over is the winner. One winner. It says $10, but today it's $30 because no one's won in the third week. $30
yes,
going out for y'all.
Yes, Shelty, you could play too.
Yeah. Oh, she already got her number. Dang. Hey, so put your numbers in. Keep them coming. Keep those numbers coming. And we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up. Telling the brother calm down, and fit a square with a round hole. Cause every time that I come around, I turn it as loud as it go. Sipping the rock, pink collide, or give me the lime. Ready or not, give me a sign if you want me to stop. Giving it to you a cappella, then music will drop. One at a time, singing a rhyme on the drop of a dime. It's got time to shine, baby. I'ma break it down until it's liquid. Turn up, stir it up, call it biscuit. Hold up, I'm turned to the max. So loud, I got a deaf mute in the back. I'm not gonna do what it does. The first time that it marks the names on the track. All the way up, turn it all the way.
I love that commercial. Every time I hear it, I want to go out and
just
dance.
make you want to groove.
Yes.
You know, that's L.A. Jackson in the back rapping that. L.A. Jackson.
Yes,
we had him on our show.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, he's rocking. Check him out, L.A. Jackson.
And go check out In His Image Barbershop.
Yeah, you need a cut. You over in the Fairfield area, check him out.
Check him out.
Yeah. So now,
Eric, introduce our guest speaker today. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and he's close by. Our guest speaker, man, he is coming all the way from Livermore, which is a great city, not too far from us, but he's from New York Mets fan and a Dallas Cowboy. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, man, DJ Leo Brown. DJ Leo the Lion is coming right now to our show. This guy is phenomenal. He knows a lot about DJing, a lot about music and artists. He does some great stuff in the community. Check it out. Welcome, Leo. What's up?
Good. Lynda and Eric, how you doing? What's going on?
Man,
hey, by the way, I'm not a Mets fan.
Oh, you not the Mets?
The New Yankees.
Okay, all right. I knew you was gonna correct me on that.
That's a bad thing right there. So basically, how I became a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
I'm gonna just keep it real with you.
Okay.
I've been following the team since 1976.
Wow.
So basically, in New York, they're the Giants, and then there's the Jets, and then there's others. So the Cowboys was always on TV.
Wow, okay.
So basically, Roger Staubach was the quarterback. Tony Dorsett was the running back, and you had Drew Pearson and all those guys doing it in the Doomsday defense. So I fell in love with the Cowboys from that point on, and never left them, even though they won one game one year.
Hey, it happens.
And basically, and then they won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Out of 4 in a time frame. So hey, I'm sorry. I know I'm in enemy territory in San Francisco.
No, it's all good, man. We're gonna see what happens at Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, the Raider.
Yes. Well, man, tell us a little bit, man, about. I know you're a DJ. You do a lot of different things in the music industry. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Yes.
Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Leo Brown. Professionally, I go by Leo the Lion on the radio. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. You know, pretty much in New York, New Jersey area. I came out here in 2000. Excuse me. Before I do that, I've been out here since 1989 because I was in the military at that time. I was on a ship, and then I met my girlfriend, which is now my wife, in 89, around the earthquake, the great big earthquake.
Yeah.
I guess we rocked the world over here. And then we had our son, our first son, and then we got separated 7 years, and then I ended up having 2 other kids. But we reconciled in 2000, got married in 2001. In 2000, I gave my life to Christ, and then in 2001 we got married, reconciled, and here we are.
Wow. Man, that's a blessing, man. That is a blessing.
Yeah, we had to separate in order to get things right with God. She got it right first. I was the knucklehead. I had to do things on my own.
Yeah.
And
hey, that's what we tried, man. We tried. That's our thing, right? I ought to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we be on our knees and on our back. Calling on God.
So basically, I was really drenched into the music industry at that time. So I know I had a kid and everything, but I was too focused on that. So obviously I wasn't ready at that time to be a dad. But after a while, figured it out and saw that it needed to happen. Yes.
That's good.
At least you figured it out. some people don't figure it out.
They still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they still trying to figure it out.
That's why we have this show, to help people figure it out.
Amen.
Yes,
And
yes.
so that's me in a nutshell. Again, I'm from the East Coast, but been living out here now for over 30 years plus now.
Wow.
And I used to call myself bi-coastal, but not no more.
You like it better out here or there?
To be honest, I hate the snow. I love the weather out here, but as you can see, we are now in a drought. So all the East Coast states are getting snow, rain, and everything else, and we're out here in the Mojave Desert.
Yeah.
So I pray God brings the rain to where we are right now, because we really need it.
So I got a quick question.
Yes.
How did you come up with Leo the Lion? I know your first name's Leo, but then how did the rest of it come?
Well, that's been a name that's been with me since I was a kid, actually. And then over the years, everybody, pretty much identified with the zodiac sign and everything. But Leo, the lion, has been my signature ever since I was a kid. and it's really just kind of been with me throughout the industry. Wow. And everybody just call me Leo the Lion, Leo the Lion Brown, whatever. So, and then basically, you see, there was a couple of people, big name DJs in New York, that used to play with my name, and it's like, Leo the Lion. You're the lion. You're the courageous lion. I'm like, here we go.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, talking about DJing, man, how did you get started in DJing?
Well, I have a love for music. I grew up in a household of people that just love music. My dad was a musician. My mom basically just loved playing music throughout the home, and basically it just came natural. I grew up in the age where Soul Train was on. I grew up in the age when American Bandstand was on, and basically grew up in a place where music was key. New York City, just music all over the place. And then in terms of end up being a DJ, or really getting into it, was my stepbrother. He was a club DJ. He used to do clubs and house parties and things like that, and I would follow him around. He's like maybe about 3 or 4 years older than I am, but he used to do a lot of the house parties and things like that. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. And then I used to listen to some of the biggest DJs in New York, like Frankie Crocker, DJ Red Alert, the Awesome 2, people like that. And I said, you know what? One day I'm going to be a radio DJ. Hey,
and that's a good segment. We're going to go to commercial break. We're going to talk about, because you DJ, you got your own show. We want to share what you're doing with your show, how you're highlighting other musicians and individuals in the industry. And we want to talk about that.
Amen.
And share, so get some people on that show. But before we go that, remember, we got the Numbers Up gang, folks. Is at $30 today. $30 Amazon gift card. Man, put your numbers in the chat if you want to be. But remember, you got to be here to the end to win. So when we call that number, you got to be here.
Must be present to win.
Must be present to win. So we'll be right back after this commercial break, and we'll talk about the gospel radio station, the Lion's Den.
Yes.
Right after this commercial.
Great.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Leo the Lion.
Leo
Yes.
Lion.
You know, you got to do your DJ voice first, like one time, like just one time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You are now listening to the sounds of DJ Leo the Lion on the Lion's Den Gospel Show.
Wow.
That's
it.
Voice.
That's a DJ voice. For real.
For real. That's natural. So how did you become, before we get into the show, how did you become a radio DJ? Did you I had to apply for it? Did they search you out and say, how did that happen?
Well, that's a story all in itself. Okay. And basically I'm not going to take a long time, but I'm gonna get right to the point of it. So out of high school, basically, like I said, I used to follow a lot of the DJs in New York and everything, and I said I wanted to be a radio DJ. So the junior college in my area had a radio program, and it so happened that that same school basically had a tennis team, which they recruited me out of high school and everything. So I ended up getting a scholarship to play tennis there, and basically before I can get to the radio station, of course, you got to take all the basic stuff like math, science, and all that stuff. So basically, to be honest with you, I didn't make it there because I had to pivot. I had to pivot. So I decided while I was in school to join the Navy because basically what happened was my life was just kind of all over the place. I was just getting all these jobs like McDonald's and things like that, and I just really trying to make ends meet. And so I said, you know what? I'm a volunteer and just go into the Navy. I ain't doing nothing else right now. So I mean, while I was at school and everything, I got approached by Run DMC's camp to be their road manager and things like that.
Wow.
Turned it down. And then basically there was other things going on where I had an opportunity before I went to the military to go to the station and just kind of do some things around the studio. I was on my way to the military. Wow. So come to 89, basically got out of boot camp, got on my ship. I was based in Concord, California. I was in 2 tours Westpac, so I was all over the Asian area, from Thailand to Singapore, Guam, pretty much everywhere, Thailand, everywhere. And so I got out in 91 and basically stayed here. Stayed here in the area. But before that, like I said earlier, I met my girlfriend is now my wife. We met during the earthquake of 89.
Wow.
Bad place, because basically I'm from New York. I've never seen the ground shift to my feet before. So I was actually on the pier and the ground was just shaking. I mean, the pier was like rotating under my feet. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going down, but but it didn't happen that way, thank God. But what I did see in the horizon was the Bay Bridge, the Oakland Bridge, and everything on fire and everything. So, long story short, after a while, I went to City College of San Francisco, and I finally got my chance to be on radio.
Nice.
And basically was in the radio program there, and I was on the air for 2 years there. Got to meet a lot of artists. This was the heyday of hip hop, when Naughty by Nature, Cypress Hill, all those people were out, and got to meet all those people. So I ended up doing an intern at the Gavin Report. The Gavin Report is basically a trade magazine for radio, mainstream radio, college radio, mixed shows and everything. So I was on the hip hop side, and basically my job was basically taking charts from all the DJs from around the country and reporting them back to all the record companies. So there's some perks in there, things like that.
There's a lot going on as a DJ. I mean, it's you think, you just see or hear DJs, and it seems like they just got it all smooth and and it's just easy. But there's a lot that happens between then and now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things a person that wants to be in radio can do, not just be behind the mic. But my desire was always to be behind the mic, of course, my voice.
Yeah. And let's talk about being behind the mic with the Lions Den show. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So the Lions Den show came years later. I would say like around maybe 2005 or something like that.
Yeah.
And basically I was coming up with a name of my show, and I said, okay, Lions Den show.
Yeah.
Not thinking about anything, just the Lions Den show. Leo the Lion, Lions Den show.
Right.
And that was it. And then basically I finally got a chance to actually have my own show on somebody's platform, and that's when Fanye Radio came into play. Fanye Radio had a couple of people I knew from the industry and everything, and they gave me a shot to have my own show, and my show ended up being one of the best shows on their network.
Wow.
And then basically that was the Lions Den show. And then maybe a couple of months later, I developed the Lions Den gospel show.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So you're just moving, man. I mean, this is just happening, in a short period, right?
Yes.
But there was a lot of hard work and stuff behind it. It wasn't just like, hey, I got my own show.
It didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. Like I said, and I'm gonna say this to probably help encourage somebody, is never give up on your dream on what you want to do, because life may throw you a couple of curveballs, a couple of knuckleballs or whatever, but if you have a focus on what you want to do in life, and it may take 10 years, it may take 25 years, it may take 30 years. But if you have that focus and you want to do it, stay the course. Stay the course. Because you never know when your time has come into play.
Wow. That's really good. Yeah, stay in the course.
Let's talk about the Lions Den gospel show. So what do you have on that show? What do you do on that show?
Okay, so the Lions Den gospel show is basically a gumbo of music. Okay. So basically
gumbo.
So basically
all mash together.
Yeah. So what I mean by a gumbo, with gospel, there's so many forms of gospel music. So on my show, I don't play just one style of gospel. I play, urban contemporary. I play holy hip hop. I play quartet. I play praise and worship. I play old school. I play it all. And basically what I do is I really, really just try and mix it all together and make it make sense. So what I do, let me just share this with you. Before I do anything, before I even get on the air or anything, I pray before I do anything.
Yeah. Amen.
I pray, because basically I know what I want to do. I know what songs I want to play, but I need God to give me the direction for my show. So basically what I try to do is kind of formulate the songs to give a message.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So basically if it's all about praise, I'm gonna keep the praise up. If it's all about worship and allowing the worship for people to understand that they're trying to get ministered by God through the music, I keep it kind of mellow and keep it nice and nice and fresh.
Nice.
But then I'll also give you some traditional, old school and quartet stuff too.
Nice. And we spoke a little earlier, and you said that you're also looking for new artists to
Oh
be
yes.
able to
Oh
share
yes.
their music on your show.
Amen.
I
So
know-
basically, let me talk to your audience about that.
Hey,
The
you know,
reason,
I'm sorry, but let us go to commercial break, and we're gonna
Okay.
get into that because I know there's some people who know
like on my edge. I'm like, what?
musicians out there, you know. If we got a producer, you got to try to keep us on track.
okay, no worries.
You know, we on the time limit. It's just like, you know how on the shows they be like, oh, we got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Make sure, guys, put your numbers in. The number up game is getting ready to happen. A couple more segments after a couple commercials. Pick a number between 1 and 50 without going over. Win $30 today, $30 gift card. And we're going to come back and we're going to chat a little bit about those other musicians who haven't been able to get their music out there, how they can get it out there with you.
And he got the call to action too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
I'm excited to hear about that.
All right. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Welcome back, everyone. You missed the other commercial.
Oh, one more commercial.
One
Here we
more.
go.
Spent a lifetime learning how to be like you, learning how to walk like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time. Spent a lifetime learning how to see like you, learning how to love like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time.
Coming out July 2nd, 2021, to be more like you. And so stay tuned for more information on that.
Yeah.
As the producer releases it to me, we'll let you know. But it looks like it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, it does. Stay tuned.
Sure
Welcome
does.
back, everyone. We're here with DJ. I'm sorry, Leo Lion Brown, but I'm so used to like saying DJ.
It's all good.
Here, DJ Leo the Lion.
Yeah, DJ Leo.
Hey, I've been told I'm not a DJ. I'm a host, so that's where I dropped the DJ.
We take that.
The host,
host.
Leo the Lion.
Yeah.
The Lion.
Live, y'all live.
Mhm.
So
So we were talking about bringing new artists on and everything. So let me explain how that works and why I do that more so. I decided to when I got my own station, I wanted to basically cater to independent artists and people like that, because I understood that they were basically not giving a fair shot at getting their music played. So I said, you know what? I'm going to come into this with the mindset of wanting to give artists a platform to get their music heard.
Wow.
And basically it's been working. It's been really working. And to be honest with you, a lot of these independent artists have some great music.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have some great music, and basically is not no diss to some of the major artists, but even some of these independent artists have some Grammy style music, number
Wow.
one Billboard music out there, and
And you're
and
putting it out there for the world to hear it.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow.
I mean, there's a enough of us out here, enough DJs, enough hosts out here, and there's a lot of music that's being put out each and every day. There's thousands of records coming out every day, and
Wow.
it's one of those things where there's not enough DJs to play all the music.
Wow.
Wow.
And basically what happens is um a lot of the artists, get shut out because they don't have the money to spend for major radio. They don't have the budget to basically do what the major artists is do, because they have a machine behind them. They have labels that have marketing departments, that have advertising departments, that have the whole machine behind them. Whereas a lot of the artists these days, they're all independent. They pretty much have to come out of pocket.
Wow.
And no, I don't know that many people that can just put down $5,000 for radio promotion.
So how? Yeah, I know, and that's a lot. That's a lot of bread.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
how do they do that? I mean, so how can they get in
So
contact?
how they do it with
I
me?
got an album coming out or some
Okay.
song, right? Because I'm about to
Mhm.
start playing the sax again, so watch out. But
Okay.
how do
So
they submit
basically,
the music?
they submit their music through sending me their MP3 of their music, and their bio and EPK. But now there's a way that it has to be done. And if people will get with me, I will let them know what they need to do, because the music has to be coded in
Mm.
the music in the project. So basically, there's a lot of metadata that has to happen. There's a lot of information that you have to have in your music. But I will still play your music even without it, because I just want your music to be heard. But as I start to get a lot more established in everything, that's going to be very key, because what we're trying to do is get these independent artists to a place where they can get charted just like any other artist. I mean, they can be heard all over the country, all over the world, and also I am one of those outlets that can help them do that.
yeah, you're bridging the gap, and it's like you're
Yeah.
helping those that don't have the tools or the money or the
Mhm.
exposure, and you're giving them a chance,
Yes.
and a platform,
Yeah.
and a place for them to grow.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
And basically, what I do too is a lot of these DJs and hosts out there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to mention no names, but a lot of these people pay to play. I don't get down like that. So basically, if any artist or group or whatever wants to, be on my platform or whatever, we have promotion and advertising packages that we can put in place so that they can get an interview, they can be on my website and things of that nature. But I do not bring no artists on focused on charts. I focus on the artists that want to minister to the people more than
Wow.
anything. More
That's
than
it.
anything. Because at the end of the day, I mean, what we do for Christ will last. But
Yes.
what you're trying to do in terms of going for chart positioning, awards and things like that, that's for man. That's accolades for man. But for me, in my station,
Yeah.
we're going to serve the Lord.
Yeah, amen. Amen. Can you explain the chart part?
Well, the chart part, basically, there's there's a system out there called the BDS. Is basically it's Nielsen. Is basically is basically monitoring
Radio?
monitoring radio play. Okay, just like ratings for TV and commercials and things like of that nature, but to monitor radio play, how people get to number one, top 10, or whatever. So what artists and radio promoters do is they jockey for position
Hmm.
with
Mm,
with people like myself. So what I tell a lot of the promoters is I'm gonna play your record regardless,
yeah.
but I'm from the old school. And if you want your record played, you better tell your fan base to basically request the record. I am
Oh,
not going to just play your record because you give me money. That's not going to
Yeah.
happen because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of music that comes in every day.
Wow.
And
Wow.
basically for me, it's all about ministering to people's for their lives, uplifting people through the music, and basically that's what it really means to me. That's why I cater to the um the independent artists more than anything.
Wow.
I,
That's
I do
good.
I do play all the mainstream stuff, but I'm mostly focused on independent artists.
That's good. So you
that's
guys out
awesome.
there, man, y'all know some people got some music, some gospel. Send it over to them. Send it to the website, right? There it is. You want to contact them? Emails right there. Let's share some of that big news that we were talking about earlier. The
Your call to action, yes.
gin.
So basically, my call to action is two things. I'll leave the gin part last. My call to action is to pretty much just get more exposure in the area, in the Bay Area and things like that, because I'm syndicated on 4 different stations throughout the country right now: Virginia, Texas, um, Massachusetts, and here. But for the most part, I want to get more exposure here in my area. And and with that being said, I'm basically the chapter leader for the gin, which is called the Tri-Valley Gin, and I'm going to be the chapter leader for that. And basically, the gin stands for Gospel Industry Network, and
Wow.
basically what that all means is we have is a network of radio stations, DJs, TV people, pastors, dance, everything
Wow.
that's in the gospel. And basically, what we try to do is bring a network of people together, you know, talk about, certain things in the industry that bother people, that can help people as well, teach people about the industry, and
Yeah.
also, put on events and conferences and everything like that.
Wow.
That's what
Wow.
it
You're
is.
doing some great stuff.
What cities do you serve on the chapter that
Um,
you started?
my chapter will serve pretty much Pleasanton, Dublin, Livermore, Stockton, um, Tracy, and other parts, of people that want to just be involved. But
Wow.
this will be pretty much my area, and hey, I
Man,
just really want
go
to,
to the web.
bring people together. This is really what it's all about, is bringing the church people together for a common cause, and that's to network and do things together instead of doing things separately.
Yeah.
Yes. And I found that that's a lot like the churches. They don't really come together. They
Hmm.
operate on their own separate island, and they don't like to commingle really with other churches because members,
Hmm.
in the pews
Yeah.
equal,
Well,
you
there's
know,
certain churches out there that really kind of stay to themselves
yeah.
too. They rather stay inside their own, what they only do. But I'm basically, since I'm, a radio DJ, I'm also do things in the community. I'm about community, so I like to really network with other people, other churches, other artists, and things like that, to bring forth a collective. And basically, we can do some major things in this area, and with the gin, I am connected to all the big people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we're stronger together than separate.
Yeah,
Say it again.
absolutely.
Say it again. Say it again. That's the
we're
motto.
stronger together. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it.
Agreed. Yeah.
I
Wow.
love it. Community. We got to come together. We got to do things differently
Yes.
and think differently.
Yeah. So there's a few things that I'm working on. One thing is to actually start to bring the leadership together for the area. I'm doing some research right now for that, and then once we get the leadership together, then going to bring in the membership and start organizing. And one of the things I want to do is start educating people about the gospel music industry, and do it around the basis of the Word of God.
Amen.
One quick question. So is it with like a variety of denominations, or is it just one denomination, or what is it?
No, it's a variety of all different denominations.
Wow. That's good.
That's good.
No exclusion. No,
Yeah.
nobody's excluded.
That's all on the Lions Den Gospel channel.
Yes, and so they can find out more information about the gin on the Beacon of Light Gospel.net.
.net.
All right.
You also feature artists and authors and business owners and entrepreneurs on the show as well.
That's right.
Yeah,
Actually, for the month of July, I'm interviewing executives in the music industry, in the gospel music industry.
Wow. Nice.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you're doing some wonderful work, brother. Keep up the work, man.
Well, I'm not the only person. I got a team, but like you and your wife are together. Me and my wife do this together as well. But she pushes me out to do all the work. But I have to give credit where credit is due. My wife is my support.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
That's so right.
Wow.
Because the women are we're the backbone. We're the ones who turn the head.
Yeah, look. It's all good, man. Hey, Leo, man, loved you being a part of our show, man, and really appreciate all that you offer. And,
well, to be honest with you, I want to team up with you guys as well. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We want to be a part of what you're doing, and we definitely want you to be a part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
This community is coming together.
This is how we do it.
It's all about community. It's all about community. Because like you said, we do better together than apart.
Yeah, absolutely.
And God's kingdom, God may have formed the earth and everything in 6 days, but he still needed his people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He still needed people to forge his ministry forward.
And with him as the foundation, and him with us, there's nothing that we can't do without him. I mean, we can do anything with him.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That is great.
And my prayer is to basically bring the people together to form a nice united front here to minister to the people, because right now way too many people are passing away and dying, not just from COVID. They're spiritually dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's agreed for sure.
Well, we definitely want to be in
part of sharing the word, saving the soul.
A part of that.
Yes.
So we want to partner with you.
I want to thank my man Eric for bringing me on and telling me about you guys.
Oh yeah, EB.
Yes,
big up to my man EB, man.
There we go, right there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And
hey, brother, we appreciate you, man, and thank you for everything you do. And we're gonna stay in touch and do some things together for sure. Right?
Thank you.
And check them out. Go to the website. It's in the chat. Beacon of Light Gospel. Send in your music if you want to get it heard on the radio. across the nation, coming to you live. Man,
I have one last word.
Yeah.
Keep Christ first.
Amen.
Keep Christ first. Amen.
3 last words.
Keep Christ first.
All right,
Amen.
brother.
Thank you
so much. Hey, we got the Numbers Up game coming up right after this commercial break, so make sure you guys are putting your numbers in.
Yes.
So we can get to you for the Numbers Up game right after this commercial break. That's Flip Furniture. Y'all need to check him out. Go to the website. You need some ergonomic stuff, man, he got it. You need some house stuff. He got some really nice stuff in there. TVs, art, furniture, chairs. He got it all.
And he's local. He's in Stockton, so check him out.
40,000 square foot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Thanks, Bill.
So we were live with Leo the Lion, and it was so great because it felt like we were on the same page, and he just had a great story, and he's doing some great things and bridging the gap for new upcoming artists and gospel singers. So, you know, check him out. And then he just started a chapter in our local area, the Gin, and you could, you know, find out more information. I definitely plan to participate in coming together with other churches and
it's going to be powerful.
Doing some powerful things.
Yeah, he's
for
doing
God.
some great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do this show, to bring you guys great guests, to share great information, to help you people and save them souls, change your life, motivate you. He said it too. I think 99.9% of our show, they always say, don't give up. You know, keep fighting the fight. Man, he said if it took 10 years or 20 years or even 30 years, stay focused. Yeah,
sometimes we get off track. You just have to get back on.
Amen.
Get back on that track and keep on keeping on. But you know, and life does throw you a bit of curveballs, but you know, God gives you the opportunity to get back on track.
Yeah, grace and favor and mercy.
Yes,
for sure. All right, it's time for the Numbers Up game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
That's all good. Here we go. Round we go. We're in the ball. There it is. All right, here we go. Oh, if you don't put your number in, you better get it in. I see a couple people got matching numbers, but remember, if you match somebody's number, it's the first number that was picked.
I almost had to put on glasses for this one. It is number 2.
Number 2.
Very low number. I don't know. I don't know.
Not today. Oh, wow.
It's a low
2-2.
number.
You got 2-2. You got double 2.
Yeah, double 2. Sorry, Bill.
Then we got 50. Let's go see what we got. Oh, 17. That's getting closer. Oh, and you're 1 over. Well, I guess what?
40.
We don't have a winner this week.
At $40.
Wow, $40 gift card. Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, Charlotte, you're just 1 second too late. You're funny. That's funny, man. Next week is big money. You're right, Bill. Next week, big money. $40 Amazon gift card, man. Yeah.
Shar, you were a second too late, man.
Yeah.
You could have had $30.
Yeah.
Play next week though.
Play next week. Yeah. Like we said, may get up to 100. May go even higher.
Yeah.
Who knows? Keep putting your numbers in. Keep putting.
That means you got to keep watching too.
You got to keep watching. Yeah. Man, this was a great show. Great information. Hey, reach out to brother Leo Brown. I mean, he's making some things happen. Just local.
Leo the Lion.
Leo Brown the Lion. Or is it Leo Brown? I don't know. I got it. Leo Brown, Leo the Lion. Leo the Lion. There it is, right there. Welcome, Leo the Lion. We got it right. All right. Well, thank you guys. Hey, we really appreciate everybody out there who continues to watch our show, play in our games. I mean, it's fun, win a little bit of change, learn a little bit, educate yourself, learn some information about, someone else, and maybe make a new friend while you're at it.
Yeah. I've met a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I've met a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And made some really good connections. So I'm excited. I'm always excited doing this show because I get to learn too.
Yeah, we do. Thank you guys for being part of the show. See you next week. And next week, not sure I think we got a young man who is an entrepreneur. I mean, started a company, I think about 16 years old, got a new one he's launching. Man, spectacular. I met this young man and wow.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome for his age and what he's doing. Wow.
Can't wait to meet him.
Stay tuned next week. See ya.
Have a great day.